if you were your nominee for president and it's him versus Donald Trump? Who do you vote for?
Well, it wouldn't be Bernie.
All right, so it would be the president, unless you leave it blank.
Wouldn't be Bernie.
Would it be Donald Trump?
Let's just say I'm going to make decisions based on what's best for my country and my state.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go back a bit.
What is up, guys? This is Mateo's 2020 Politics here, and today we're going to be discussing, you know what, I can't keep a happy face on, this is just too upsetting. Today we're going to be discussing Joe Manchin, who just said that he would not vote for Bernie over Trump. Now, what can I say? It's, you know, I'm speechless. Some videos just make me speechless. This is not the type of video that I could just, be silent and you get the point, because I need to actually rant about this. Now, here's the deal. He didn't say he would vote for Trump, necessarily. He just said he wouldn't vote for Bernie. But if he had to come down to, if the decision had to happen, he had to choose, he would vote for Trump, because he said he wouldn't vote for Bernie. Now, earlier in the video, he said, oh, you know what? Bernie's always talking about how we can have health care for all, Medicare for all. But, I mean, we can't even afford it. Yeah, we can. We use a 70% wealth tax. It's that simple. I don't know what's up with corporate, out-of-touch centrist Democrats saying, oh, how are we going to pay for Medicare for all, when it's literally been explained so many times that we're going to use a 70% wealth tax. Now, what was Joe Manchin's reasoning for not wanting to support Bernie over Trump? Which, again, is shocking to say that, because this guy's a centrist, but he's a Democrat, but he really shouldn't be. And I mean it, because in 2017, it was found out that he voted with Donald Trump in the Senate 70% of the time. The vast majority of the time, he voted with Trump. So, I'm just saying, if you're voting the vast majority of the time with Republicans, why not just be a Republican? So I don't know why this guy would just support Trump over Bernie. His reasoning is, oh, well, I'm gonna, I'm gonna vote for what's better for my country and better for my state of West Virginia. He didn't provide any evidence. Anybody could say, oh yeah, you know what? I think Kim Jong-un should be president of the United States because, I want to look out for what's better for my country and my state. What does that mean? Now, if we really go into it, he can't really answer the question. He can't really answer why Trump would be better for the country. So, it's so odd, because Bernie Sanders literally supports policies that this country wants. Trump doesn't. Bernie supports Medicare for all. Americans want it. Bernie supports free college. Americans want that. Bernie supports the Green New Deal. Americans want that. Bernie supports the $15 minimum wage. Americans want that. On and on and on. Bernie supports the 70% wealth tax. The Americans want that. So what do you mean I'm going to vote on what's best for my country? If you're going to vote for what's best for your country, vote for Bernie. Because first of all, what do you mean by best for your country? And what I'm guessing you mean by that is what the American people want. So what the American people want is clearly Bernie Sanders, or at least somebody with Bernie Sanders' policies. Then he says, oh, I'm going to vote for what's best for my state. Let's just think about it this way. In the case of the belief that Bernie isn't good for the state of West Virginia, it's false, because there are lots of coal miners in West Virginia. Richard Ojeda represents West Virginia, because people like Richard Ojeda are hardworking people. Almost like the Rust Belt. They're hardworking people. They're coal miners. They are iron workers in West Virginia. Now, Bernie Sanders supports populism. He's a populist. What do these people want? These people want populism. Trump is a self-proclaimed populist, but has he really done anything for the sake of the people and the sake of populism? No. He likes to say, oh, the economy's booming. Oh, I'm doing so well. Look at me. I care for the people. But in reality, the economy's not doing well. He hasn't done shite for the American people. Half of Americans have been making $30,000 or less every year. 78% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. 31% of Americans have little to no money saved for retirement. So, yeah, Trump has totally been, populist and has totally been the most populist politician and has totally been working for the people. It's called sarcasm. It's so obvious that that's false. So for him to say, oh yeah, Trump is the populist one, he's the one who works for people, he's the one who's best for his country, is false. I don't even know where he got that from. Because, if anything, under Trump, conditions have gotten worse for the American people. Now, with Bernie Sanders, he supports things that would make it better for the American people. If we were to implement the $15 national minimum wage, there wouldn't be half of the country making $30,000 or less every year. There wouldn't be 78% of Americans living paycheck to paycheck. There wouldn't be 31% of Americans having little to no money saved for retirement. It's just ridiculous. I think the worst part was his evidence. The fact that he says, oh yeah, I'm going to vote for what's best for my country, my state. The facts are simple. Bernie's better for the country. He's better for the state of West Virginia. He supports policies that would make American people live in better conditions. There wouldn't be half of the American population that's barely able to afford their house. So frustrating. This is why Joe Manchin is one of my least favorite politicians in the whole country. Thank you for watching this video, guys. See you guys later, and bye.